to do another add-on to our goat video that we did the other day, and simply show you or demonstrate for you how we hand milk goats. Everybody has their own routine. It's like anything else in life. I mean, you can have 20 families and each family is different. Each family is set up differently. Goat people are unique. And everybody has their must be done this way, must be done that way. We like to look at it like this, that you just learn to adapt. This is not our ideal environment right now for our milking room, but it is what we have to deal with. And so the most important thing about milking when you milk by hand is to make sure that you have the cleanest environment possible. That does not mean that it's going to be a sanitary environment. It just means that it needs to be clean. Your equipment needs to be clean. The udder of your goat needs to be clean. You need to take time and wash it and dry it, because goats lay in mud. Goats lay in their own manure. It's the fact of life. So also the milk pan, no matter what you think you can do, the milk pan is going to be by their hooves, and you're not going to be able to clean their hooves every time you milk. You want to use some common sense, and for us this is simply how we do it. We wash the udder, and you always should take time to get that first squirt of milk in a discarded area. Usually Ron will do it right into a rag or into another pan, but when we were doing this, he didn't have the pan, so he's just squirting it right onto the ground, because the opening to the milking area right there is outside, so it evaporates into the ground. And then you just want to make sure that your goat, you don't want a lot of activity going on around your goat, because it will make them nervous, and when they get nervous they pick up their legs, and when they pick up their legs, their hoof obviously comes up with it, and it has to go down somewhere, and more than often it's going to go down into your milk pan. Now, we do not pasteurize our milk. We used to pasteurize our milk. We were avid pasteurizers. And this isn't a video about to pasteurize or not to pasteurize, because I think that's really a personal choice. We hear so many different things that come from, quote, experts. And they're taking an environment of today with our enclosed dairies that have a whole problem of their own. I mean, because the dairies are enclosed and the animals are not in a natural setting, the bacteria count is out of control because the animals are injected with all types of pharmaceutical drugs and antibiotics. Again, the bacteria is an issue. So yeah, if I was buying milk or getting milk from an enclosed area, I would definitely want it pasteurized, because I don't think they're safe. That's my personal opinion. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would never have put raw milk on my table. Ever. We'd been drinking goat's milk for, oh my goodness, a decade by then. But I would not have considered raw milk, because it scared me, because of all the things I had heard. I didn't have a clear understanding. And also, anybody that's watched my cooking videos or listened to me at all in other videos, I'll mention OCD. I have OCD and things like that. If you're experienced with OCD, if you have it or a loved one has it, you know that fears will multiply very easily. And because I didn't have a clear understanding about pasteurization, the fear of what I might be putting in front of my family multiplied. But once I did some research and found out for us that, there is so many health benefits to raw milk that is done in the right environment, those fears went away. And I have no problem when we, do our milk in the way that we're comfortable putting raw milk on our table. It's much more preferred. So, but again, it's a personal thing, and everybody has to make that decision and what they're comfortable with. I would not begrudge anybody that said, I'm just not comfortable with it, I want to pasteurize my milk. That is, you definitely have to be comfortable with what you're doing. You have to have understanding with what you're doing. So in this video, we want to just give you some understanding in milking, and how simple it is to milk, just a few simple things to think about, and you'll have fresh milk on your table if you're going to raise goats. There are a lot of people I know that do use the milk machines on their goats, but it's because they have a large herd. It's people would consider that more sanitary, and that is true because there's less chance of it getting contaminated by the hoof. But if you're careful with your hooves and you clean your udders, then there should not be a problem. If your herd is healthy, And you know, they have a decent sized area to be in. The only thing that might be done, a lot of people do, is they shave the udders. We've done it on occasion, but because we strain our milk a couple different times, it's really not a concern for us. And you know, when his washing the udders the way that we do and then drying them, most of that loose hair is going to come off. You also have the problem, even if you do the udders, you've got belly hair that will fall off, or that has the potential to fall off. And you can wipe the belly too, but I mean, there's so much hair, you have to shave the whole goat. So is it wrong to shave the udder? Absolutely not. Is it wrong not to shave the udder? No, it's not. It's getting a routine, sticking with that routine so that it flows, making sure everything is as clean as possible, and enjoying your animal and enjoying the product that your animal produces. So you want a decent milk pan. Stainless steel is preferable. It's easy to keep clean. It endures high heats without a problem for washing. You also want a decent milk filter. Ours happens to fit right into a milk pan, which is good because we filter our milk twice this way. Once in the milking process, and then once when we bring it in, I wash the strainer again and put a fresh filter in it. And then Ron likes to use the milk lid. That way, if the hoof should step up, he has more of a chance to keep any contamination away from the milk. The lid sits directly on this pan without the filter. But because we do use the filter to help capture any hair or anything, or dust that might fall off of the goat, it does not sit on this way. It's quite awkward sitting on here. So Ron uses a rubber band that goes from this side of the handle over to this side to secure it while he's milking. These are the milk filters we use. You can use different milk filters. These just happen to be the exact right size for our particular strainer. Often the farm stores will carry milk filters that are larger for more of a dairy cow size strainer. Pretty clean. Let's see, hold that back up. Yeah.
Don't like doing that, but my other bucket's right there. Ain't the way. And that's even pretty good, ain't it?
Yeah.
She's like all teat.
Yeah, she is. Nobody was teat like the original Rosie girl, though.
Yeah. She's the one I like to milk.
Why?
Because He's easy to hold on to.
This is a 1.5 gallon milk pan. This is 4 goats that were milked this morning. We will have, looks probably like a little over a gallon or so. This is the final process of our milking procedure when it comes to unpasteurized milk. And the important thing is to cool this really quick. Besides the clean equipment, you need to cool it right away. All right, just a little too much.
Want me to see if there's a clean pan?
The important thing is to chill it right away. With the snow here, we're able to sink it into the snow. And I'll go out and get some more snow so that it covers the whole thing. So, well, we hope this video was useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Make sure that you like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We will talk soon. God bless.